I'm going to do a multi-step unit conversion here to answer a fairly simple question. And the question is, how many cubic inches are in 1 gallon? And I'll write cubic inches as I have it here as inches cubed. Now, to do this, I usually stick in American units somehow, but when I look at the sheet that is in your book to try to convert these things, it doesn't let me do that. I'm going to have to be a little bit creative and use conversions that I can find in your book. So here are some that are useful. This is almost the only conversion I could find involving gallons, and it's equal to 3.79 liters. Then I found one that involved inches that I think I could use. And it's 1 inch cubed, or 1 cubic inch, is equal to 16.39 milliliters. That gets me from the cubic inches to the metric system, and I happen to know the conversion from liters to milliliters. It is that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So here's how I'll do the conversion. I need to convert each of these equalities that I have up here into a ratio, a funny looking one, and I'll start off with the 1 gallon. I'll convert it into liters. Now I start with gallons. I want to put them on the bottom, so I'll have 1 gallon on the bottom. I'm using this equality here. It's equal to 3.79 liters, and because those two things are equal, that ratio, what I have in parentheses here, is just 1, so multiplying by it won't change what I have. It'll just make it look different. Then I'll go from liters, which I'll have now, to milliliters, and I'll put my 1 liter on the bottom and have 1,000 milliliters on top. And the liters will divide out, and I'll have milliliters. I'm nearly there. I want to end up with inches cubed. For that, I'll use this equality here. I have milliliters on top left. I want to get rid of those, so I'll put the 16.39 milliliters on the bottom and the 1 inch cubed, or 1 cubic inch, on top, and I should end up with what I want. The milliliters will divide out here. The only units that I'll have left now are cubic inches. And it's time for a little bit of calculator work, although I can write this as numbers first to simplify things a little bit. I've got a 3.79, I have a 1,000, and I have an inch cubed there on top. Those are the only things that I have on top. Ones don't affect my outcome any. And on the bottom, the only thing I have is 16.39. So I think I can do this on my calculator now. And what I end up with is that 1 gallon is equal to 231 inches cubed. So if that was the question that you happen to have, there you go. You have it. Now, I can do another unit conversion here. That will take a few steps. So let's see how this next one works out, and I'll write down the question and then start the problem. Okay, our question is, how many seconds old are you on your 21st birthday? You could probably figure this out just by doing a string of multiplications, but I want to show you how you'll do it using the unit conversion process. If you master this process, you can do all sorts of unit conversions. So I'll write down some things that we happen to know. One thing we know is that 1 year is 365 days. 1 day is 24 hours. 1 hour is 60 minutes, and I'm just writing MIN for minute, and 1 minute is 60 seconds. And so we can figure this out here. I'll probably have to use scientific notation when I'm done. So we'll start with 21 years, multiply by 365 days per year. I have years on top here, and I want years on the bottom. I'm not distinguishing between years and year. Not worrying about maintaining plurality or anything like that. Let's see, now I want to get rid of the days. I'll put my 1 day on the bottom and put 24 hours on top. Now I'd like to get rid of the hours. You can see the units that have divided out so far. If I put hours on the bottom, 1 hour, 60 minutes on top there, and the hours will go away. I'm getting there. I just need one more step to get to seconds, and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. And so the minutes will divide out. I've got nothing but ones on the bottom. I had 1 year, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute. Those all multiply to 1, and the units are all gone. So I just have to multiply these things together, and I'll end up with seconds when I'm all the way done. The actual abbreviation for a second is an S, but that's okay. We'll write it this way. Okay, I end up with 6.62256000 times 10 to the 8th seconds. So on your 21st birthday, that's how old you happen to be. That's about 662 million seconds. Quite a few. All right, there are a couple of multi-step unit conversions.